Is it up?
Nothing's up yet.
Hey guys, are we on?
I don't see it on my
Not
computer.
yet. It's connecting, so I'll give it a minute. How is the screen? Is it horizontal or vertical?
I don't have it on my computer at all.
Just click go back.
Click on live here.
Just hit the go back button. It's horizontal. Is it the correct way? Is it the normal way, everyone?
Now you're, well, no, you're sideways.
Because Don's saying I'm sideways.
On my computer, you're sideways. Look.
You're watching a replay, hun. You're not on the live. Normal? Okay. I need to leave the screen for 1 second and get Don back on, so don't go anywhere. Are you still there? I'm making sure he's on. The screen is right. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I turned it on before I knew I was turning it on. All right, so welcome in, everybody. I'm going to give it a few minutes because I'm sure we lost a few people. Thank you, guys. Hi. Hi, Katie and Jay Fletcher Art and Stacy, Marlene. There's Barbara. So Barbara has got the discount codes for tonight through the 18th, I think. So what we're going to do today, are you on, hun?
No, it's...
Wave
your hand.
Can you tell Barbara to help you get back in? So Don's having a few issues, but we're going to be okay. Because we're on my channel and not on Amazon, I want to test it. So if you guys are planning on purchasing anything through Let's Resin, if you could do me a favor just for the next 3 days, use the discount codes that Barbara is listing in there. This way they can differentiate how many are watching the live as opposed to just shopping any other day. So that's what we're going to do. Barbara's going to keep posting those discount codes the whole night. They're Resin 1115 for the date and then Mold 1115. So like I said, I have most of the links in the description box. If the description box is still right now that I kind of messed up the live stream. If it's not in there and you're shopping on US Amazon, go ahead and use those codes for the next 3 days. So if, like I said, if you're using those codes for the next, or shopping with them for the next 3 days, then use those codes. That way, like I said, they can differentiate how many are watching the actual live stream as opposed to just watching a pre-recorded video. We are going to do epoxy resin, UV resin. We're going to pick up, not really pick up where we left off, but I'm going to redo some things because we got cut off on Amazon the last time, a couple weeks ago. So I will show you the finished pieces from last time as well. And then we're going to give away those giveaways that we never got to give away last time, along with some giveaways for today. So today we're doing a tray mold, a Christmas tray mold, and we're going to redo the UV resin. And we're also going to I'm sorry, Don's distracting me.
Wave your hand for a second.
He's not on
Where's your hand up?
Yeah, he's lagging. You're on.
Okay.
He's gone. He's
All right.
on. Okay. Calm down.
Yeah.
He's good. It always makes me nervous when Don's not connected, but he's good. He's got a delay because I'm right in front of him. So a lot of you may have delays too, so I apologize for that. We're doing a tray mold. We're going to give away 2 tray molds today. We have that same UV resin kit that I did on the Amazon Live. We're going to redo that one. So we're going to give those 3 kits away that I never got to give away. And then they also sent me their new silver bezel kit. It's not like a UV resin kit, but it's a bezel kit. So we're going to give those away as well. So we have lots of giveaways, more than normal. So when I do a live for Let's Resin on my channel going forward after today, they're going to just give 3 prizes away on my channel and then 6 prizes away if you go to the Amazon. So that's just the difference since they're doing 2 lives and they weren't expecting to. So we're just doing this just to test the waters and see how many more want to watch, because a lot of you couldn't get on when I was on Amazon. So definitely use those codes if you can for the next 3 days. The giveaway, you can only win 1 time. So if you've already won a prize tonight, please don't put the comment in when it comes that time, because it's 1 per person. You have to have a U.S. address because they ship from their U.S. Amazon store. That's their rules. So I'm sorry for all you foreigners. I hate doing that to you guys, but that's not me, that's them. I do have 1 little mold Don made by accident today I was going to give away. I will go get it in a little while when the time comes. We'll do that at the very end because it's not really anything part of this. I think that's all the announcements. We're going to kind of treat it the same way as we treat the Amazon Live because Let's Resin sponsoring this. So let's just respect them and not talk about other platforms or other brands in our chat. And let's just leave it to, Amazon things, even though they're not on part of it, but mostly Let's Resin things. So we're going to use all of their products, as many as I can. I have run out of a couple that I cannot get individually from them, but that's okay. We're just going to make do with what we have. So if everybody's ready, I need my screen. We've got about 350 on. I just want to say hi to everyone and say thanks for coming in. If you were looking for a pre-recorded, it's not happening tonight, but if you're seeing this after like 9 p.m. on November 15th, it's the replay, so you don't have to add your numbers in.
Hi, guys.
Okay, hi Rose, I see you. All right, I'm going to flip the screen. Again, I'm new to Streamlabs. Be patient with me because I need to learn how to do this a little bit better. Let me flip my screen. That wasn't the right button. That wasn't the right button. There we go. Okay, let's get you over to here. And before, let me see if I can, no, I'm just going to leave it zoomed in like that. Before we begin, those of you who watched us on November 1st, I think it was, 2nd, I don't know, the first Saturday in November, we did the Amazon Live and we made a few things. I'll show you the extra. I finished up the extra. Remember, I poured some interference powder in my clear and I made the little hippo. So I did bling her up and she is all finished. So I held on to it a couple of weeks so you guys could see what I did with the extra. And then this was one of the gnomes that we poured. This one was the resin gnome with the interference. And when you pour it with powder, it does get into the beard. So we do have a little bit of a pink sheen to the beard. I just blinged it out with the rhinestones with the snowflakes, painted his nose, and put some pearls, black hands, and whatever. So that was one of the gnomes we did.
Can you buy this separate, the plug for the double UV?
No, you cannot buy the plug separate from the UV light. And I know the question's going to come up, so I might as well. So this tray, they do not sell separate. So Don and I added this tray to our eBay store. Since they're not selling it, I don't want to step on any toes. If you need a tray, we're cutting them perfectly to fit your dual UV light. This was the one we poured in the polyurethane. So all I did was paint his feet and his hands. I painted the bow in his nose. And then I put a little bit of cotton on the tip of his hat, and I didn't do anything else to it. So that was the polyurethane gnome we did last time.
What's your favorite Let's Resin mica powder?
As far as color goes, I have no favorite mica powder from Let's Resin because they're all gorgeous. It must be white because my white is completely gone and I'm backing up on this one today that you can get from Amazon. So I asked Let's Resin, I said, I don't have your white for the live. And she said, that's okay. Just use anything that you have because they don't sell the white separately. So obviously the white, it was my favorite because I don't have any more. Let me grab some gloves because I need to get them on. So today we're going to do a tray in the Christmas theme. I've already got one poured. I'm going to see if I can duplicate this. And then, of course, I have it unmolded. We're going to finish the one I have unmolded together. So
winners from...
Don's going to be asking me questions. I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but I'll try to repeat them because he does not have a microphone on. All right, let me grab... Oh, I forgot to put... Somebody sent me some baby powder, which I use every time I put gloves on, except today because today I'm live and I'm always nervous when I'm live.
Why are you nervous?
I'm always nervous when I'm live.
You're not nervous.
Hi, Lauren. I see you going by. Okay, you can hear Don. Thanks for telling me, so they could hear you. Okay.
Love you guys.
They have two of these. The one we're featuring tonight is the large one. There's plenty of the large in stock. They do not have plenty of the small in stock. So they have a smaller version of this exact same tray. Sure. So we're featuring this large one. It's beautiful. Give me that measuring tape right there, hon, so I can measure it next to the computer.
Sorry.
He's not listening to me, guys. He's watching the chat. I just want to get a measurement for you. So this one is about 11 inches by 8.5 inches. So this is the large one. This one holds 20 ounces of resin. It's beautiful when it comes out. I've never had a problem with these edges. These edges are fluted and they look really cool. Usually I will highlight them, and I think I will do that on the demolded one. So I'm just going to move that out of the way right now. I have my mixer plugged in, making sure it's charged for today. So I've got the cup, this huge cup that they sell up to 32 ounces. This big mixer fits right in here. Just make sure you don't get resin right here because when it dries, this is not going to turn. In fact, when 20 minutes ago, I was checking my charge and it wouldn't turn and I had to get resin off of my own. So I have to take my own advice. What I'm going to try to do, I have a sticker, a UV DTF sticker that I want to put on the tray, and I'll show you what it is because you're not going to understand my colors without picturing it. So this is gorgeous. It says Believe. It's got your cardinals, and I thought that was gorgeous for a Christmas tray. My vision for the tray is white marbled, so like a piece of real Italian marble. That's my vision for the tray. I think I pretty much achieved it on the first try that I did. I didn't do it again because I like the way it came out. I'm just going to kind of make little alterations, and it's just ratio-wise. So I'm going to mix up 20 ounces, and this is going to be my normal 1-to-1 epoxy. So this is the one, A and B. I'm going to mix 10 of each and then start mixing with the mixer. So this mixer goes for 40 seconds at a time. Let me just get 10. And you have to hit that button 6 to 7 times to thoroughly mix it for your 4 to 5 minutes. Don't just hit it one time and think it's mixed because that's not happening. So that was, let me just make sure I'm not going to misdo it. So I'm just going to hit the button. I usually do it 6 times.
Where do you get the stickers?
I buy these stickers on Amazon, actually. All you have to do is, I might have linked it. I should have linked it. If I didn't, I will at the end. This has to fit on, and if it's not, it's because you have resin up in there, and I really hope I don't because I can't pull it out now. So I'm just going to hold it down.
How do you clean your cups using the poly resin?
You can't clean polyurethane cups. They're garbage. So make sure you use disposable cups when you're doing polyurethane. It doesn't come out. So just a heads up. So this is going to go for 40 seconds. I'll do it 6 times. So I'll try to read some comments while I'm doing it. I'm going to mix crystal white as most of my color. What does that say? Linda Scamaldo. You can go ahead and enter today since today's a new day. I'm just going to make that call for you. If it was the other day, I would say no, so you can't win twice in one day. But since it's a new day and we have a lot more people than we normally do, we have almost 500 in here, go ahead and try. So if you guys are watching on your television, I really recommend you get your phone out too so you can enter these giveaways. Don't miss out just because you're watching on your TV. I know everybody's got a phone. Everybody's got a phone these days.
Do markers transfer onto the molds, hon?
I have not tried the Let's Resin markers. I do know that Sharpie markers will transfer onto your mold. I do know that chrome markers will transfer onto your mold. I have not tried the new Let's Resin markers though. Haven't had a chance. I'm trying to read your comments.
Good luck.
Hi, Reba. Thanks for joining us today.
Can they win in the UK?
You cannot win in the UK because Let's Resin uses their US Amazon store to do the shipment. So Let's Resin's rules are a US address. I know some people have like a US address as a hub and then they get it to them somehow. If you have that, then I would say that's fine, but you have to have a US address as its first destination. I think that was 3.
Somebody wants to know if you could clone me for them.
If I can clone you. If Barbara and Don miss your questions, put your questions in all cap locks. The chat is going to go fast, so I apologize. They're going to miss some questions, but you can continue asking. If other people know the answer to the questions, that would help out if you want to answer them for me, or Barbara will, or Don possibly could, but I don't think he will. But if you need a question answered, go ahead and keep putting it in there because the chat goes really, really quickly. We had like 700 in here this past Tuesday, so I know the chat's going to go fast. Yes, there are special codes for tonight, you guys. Make sure you use those codes that Barbara's going to be posting for the next 3 days so they can differentiate the people buying from my live as opposed to buying any other day. So it would help all of us out.
Can I win in Australia?
You cannot win in Australia unless you have a US address hub.
Unless they win and I package it up and I fly over there personally.
I think that was 4 pushes. I don't know. When we get to the giveaways, I will explain to you. But if I start explaining now, what happens is people start posting in the chats and then they fill our chat with crazy amounts of things that don't count. And it really gets Barbara confused because Barbara has to go back and find the winner. So what happens in YouTube is if somebody's clicking into my video right now, and they want to go back to the beginning, they can. So they're off by a few minutes, which is making people... Oh, it went a little faster now because my resin's not as thick. So I might have to do it a couple more times. So if people are rewinding to start from the beginning, it kind of screws up our giveaways. So we really don't want to do that. So I will explain the giveaways when we get to them. I wish I can give these internationally, guys, but I just can't. Hello, Resin Lady 3. I'm trying to read your comments. Hi, David. So that's Barbara Valenti is my moderator, and she's putting up those posts for all of you guys who need the codes. So if I was you, I would write those codes down so you can use them for the next 3 days. And I'm going to do it one more time. And then I'm going to mix it up, split it up, get it debubbled in their bubble remover. And it's a really simple pour. Somehow I got to move this out of the way, though. I didn't think of that. I have a big, huge spatula. Maybe I'll use that. Let's see. A lot of you might be delayed as well, so I apologize for that. I don't know how to, I can't fix that, unfortunately. It's spinning. So even though this mixer is mixing, you're still going to want to scrape your sides and your bottom. So that was, I think, about 6 times. We'll check it. We'll check and make sure it's completely mixed. I'm just going to scrape all of this off as best I can. And then I just take a paper towel. Let me move that. I get the excess off that I did not get. And then I spray it with alcohol right now and wipe it again, and then it'll be ready for the next time. So I'm just going to spritz this each side of the paddle. Grab another paper towel. I do this with all my mixers no matter what, except the hand mixer. The hand mixer comes with a little mat that will catch the resin, and I literally just let that cure a couple layers thick, and then I peel it off with a knife. It's so much easier to do it that way. All right, so what I'm going to do, let me scrape my sides and my bottom. And you can tell if your resin is not mixed by doing this. You'll see like little strings or like cloudy parts. I don't see any. So it did pretty good job. Make sure nothing is cloudy. You want it completely clear. Even though there's bubbles, it's all right. We're going to split this as well because we're going to get ready to color it. So to get the look that I want, I am going to literally make a quarter of an ounce. I'm going to do a ½ ounce, even though I probably don't need that much. There's something in my resin that's going to bother me. Hang on a minute. I think I got it. I am going to just pour ½ ounce of black. That's all I need. It's probably too much, but that's okay. We just don't use it if we don't need it. That I'm going to use, you can either use, no, I'm not going to say alcohol ink because I don't think it would work as well. I'm going to use pigment paste to do this. Let me grab a little stick. So just the slightest bit because it's only a ½ ounce, maybe a drop. Let's try 1 drop. I'm not going to debubble this little tiny bit amount. It's not going to do anything. This is just for our marbling effect. Like I said, I'm trying to achieve Italian marble, white Italian marble. And the way I got it on my trial piece over there is this same way, except I'm probably not going to use as much black as I did the other day, although gorgeous. I just want to try something else. If you want to see this finished outcome, you'll have to check my post page on my YouTube channel in a couple of days once I have it finished. I don't have the same sticker, so it's not going to be exactly. This is a little bit transparent. The way I looked at it is I'm looking at my stick, so I can kind of see the stick. So 1 tiny drop was not enough. I only need 1 more. That will be enough. Now you have to mix your pigment paste extremely well, because what will happen is if it's not mixed, it's going to drop to the bottom, be up against your mold, and when you demold it, that part of your project, that's much better. That part of your project will be wet, it won't cure, and then you'll have to dig it out and fill it up. So just make sure, I always wipe that pigment paste off my stick before I remix again. That looks good. That is perfect. So I'm just going to set that aside because I don't need it right now. So for the white, because I want mostly white, let me grab a spoon. Let me see, which one do I want to use today? We're going to use this one. It's not really a spoon, but...
Does polyurethane have a shelf life?
Polyurethane? I think everything has a shelf life. It probably is a year, but I don't know offhand. I'm sure you can use it, but it might yellow. That's my guess. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, I'm going to dissolve a little bit of alcohol in this cup. And this way I don't have any unmixed mica powders doing the same thing that unmixed pigment paste will do. And if you put too much, just let it sit out in the open and it'll dissipate over time before you, well, you don't have a lot of time, but you're going to want to use it. That's not quite enough. It's more like a paste at this point. So I want a little bit more. This is 99% alcohol. I don't mess around with my alcohol because it can ruin a piece.
Always.
So I always use 99. I buy it by the case, basically, on Amazon. You can get it by the gallon too. You probably don't need it like that, but the amount that I pour, I do. Or just buy a couple little bottles. It's more expensive, but I think it is 100% worth the investment, especially if it might save your piece. All right, so that is that. I'm going to pour some of it into here, get it mixed. Mix a little bit up. And then I'm going to pour it back into the big container. We have about 40 minutes to work with this. I'm not too concerned because even the thicker it is, the warmer it gets. It will help a marbling technique stay marbled. I didn't wait any length of time on my demo one that I did the other day, and it came out beautiful. But I'm thinking I can't fill it all the way to the top on camera because I won't be able to move it out of the way and finish the rest of my video here. Just get it all back out. Oh, I'm going to put it, I don't know why I just scraped it like that. I'm going to split it up so I could put it in the bubble remover and get all the bubbles out. But look at the ratios, guys, for this. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I show you the demolded one. So I look at my stick, and that looks pretty good. I don't really see blue through it. If you do, you can add more. You can dissolve it again if you want to. You can add it right into here. Ooh, it almost went over. Oh my gosh. That would have been a nightmare. Okay, moving on. I'm going to split this like half into this cup. Not half, but like half that cup.
Does the poly resin cause bad fumes like resin?
No, neither one of them to me has an odor. Now Don's got a really sensitive nose, so I guess I would ask him, did you smell poly last time we were doing it?
No.
So Don's nose is so sensitive it drives me nuts sometimes. But if he can't smell it, you should be good. All right, I'm just going to pull out the bubble remover. Let's see if you guys can see it today. Let's see if both of these fit at once. Oh, I don't think they're going to. Maybe they will. Can they? Can they? Oh my gosh. Will it seal? No, it won't. We're going to have to do them separately. Too big of a cup. All right, you press the button and you press it again. Hold it down for just a second, and then your pressure is going to start to build. It goes on automatically for 5 minutes. If you think you need more time, you will just turn the lever to the right, and it will add 30 seconds at a time.
There's 600 in.
We got 600 in, guys. Let's beat the record. Not that you guys can help, but let's get more than 700 today. That would be awesome. I know we can't get that many on Amazon. It's just impossible because so many of your devices don't support, for some reason, the Amazon Lives. I don't understand, but that's okay. That's neither here nor there. Let me look at the polyurethane while I'm waiting for this and see if they have a pot life or a shelf life. I don't see any markings on it. And somebody asked me earlier today if you can flash cure polyurethane. No, you cannot. It cures instantly anyway. So there is no flash curing of polyurethane. You can pour it pretty deep. And you will be good. You don't have to worry about it. I love using I've been using it a lot lately because it cures so fast. It's so hard. I'm just washing my hands over here to get some of this resin off. Let me find my spatula that I'm going to move this over out of the way with. So this has, as you can see, the bubbles are starting to rise. It's not as powerful as a external pump vacuum chamber, but it still does the job. Sometimes you have to just do it a little bit longer, but that's okay. It still works. You have plenty of time with your normal epoxy resin. Like fast cure, you don't have as much time, and you'd have to do a little bit less than what we're doing today. So I'm going to do this one And then I'm going to have to do that one separate because I have so much to do. I probably could have kept it all in one cup, but I didn't know. I didn't try. I could see from the side, which I cannot tip it for you, but all the bubbles start from the bottom and they rise all the way to the surface. And then we pour. It's really simple to do this technique. And you control the vein lines the way I'm doing it. Let's see what we got in the chat. What is the color you are doing? I'm trying to do Italian marble as the base. So I'm going to do white with veins of blackish gray. Hello, Sheila and Flora. Hi, Michelle. Maureen and David. Michelle, can resin get broken? Yes, it can. You can definitely break your cured resin. Polly sets white, epoxy is clear. That's correct. Hi, Lisa and Dawn's Crafty Corner. Hi, Nicole and Rick. Oh, that's Lynn, not Rick. Happy old lady, Michigan there. Love the name. I didn't see that question about my counter. If you're talking about the counters we just did, we used tabletop resin. So there are resins for certain things. You can't just use normal resin for every single project. There are certain things for certain resins. This has just over a minute left, and then I'm going to flip them. If you're allergic to resin, would you also be allergic to polyurethane? I don't think so. I think they're completely different products. I know I AI'd that on ChatGPT because I am allergic to UV resin, and it said that does not mean that I would be allergic to the polyurethane. Hi, Fanny. I'm trying to read so fast, I can't read that fast, you guys. Michelle, what do you use to hold your phone while recording? It's just a phone holder I bought many years ago off Amazon for recording. Don kind of cut it all into pieces and screwed it up to my cabinets that are above me. So it's kind of makeshift at this point. It's a little holder. How do you color polyurethane resin? I just did it on video yesterday, I think. The best way I think to do is with mica powders, but anytime you color polyurethane, it's not going to cure that color. It's going to be much, much lighter than what you put in. So expect a pastel color. Okay.
Someone said that the codes aren't working.
The codes may be active at a certain time tonight. I don't know that they're active this moment, so keep them in your cart. This let the pressure out all by itself. And once it lets all the pressure out, it will allow me to open it up. So sometimes the codes don't begin till midnight for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why they do that, to be honest with you. So put the stuff in your cart. I'm going to start this one. And try the codes later this evening. They will work.
What resin is safe for child's toys?
What resin is safe for child's toys?
Yeah.
If they're going to go in their mouth, I wouldn't use any resin on a child's toy. Ever. Never. Never. That is not safe. I don't even care if it's food grade resin. I would not put it on a child's toy. You got to be careful with children. Everything goes in their mouth.
Can you top coat poly with epoxy?
Yep, you can top coat polyurethane with epoxy. It looks gorgeous. I did it yesterday. Go back to my video yesterday. I did it. It's beautiful. It brightens it up. It makes it nice and shiny. Although if you let polyurethane just cure in a nice shiny mold, it'll be beautifully shiny white. Pure white.
What's the dress for the party, honey?
The dress, there's not really a dress code for the party, but Don, put it this way, Don's going to be festive. I'm going to be more formal. So we're not really going to match. So if you want to go in between festive and formal, you'll fit right in. Don's got his own idea of festive.
Is using loose suspended glitter better than waiting for the resin to sit?
Does using glue suspend the glitter better than letting the resin thicken up on its own? I would say yes. But I don't have a ton of experience in that. I just know that glitter is very heavy, and if you have like this one that you have 40 minutes to work with, it's got a ton of time to drop, even if you warm it up. I would say play around with it in a small mold, maybe a mold that holds like 1 ounce, and play around with the things if you don't want to add the glue. The glue is really easy though. It's just 1 drop per fluid ounce is what I came up with. Nobody told me to do that. That's what I think works. You could do whatever you want, of course.
James wants to know, if I have a vacuum chamber, do I need to use the bubble remover and the gas chamber for the same pour? Or do they need to do the same thing?
If you have a vacuum chamber, do you need to use a bubble remover for the same pour? No, you can use one or the other. You don't have to use the bubble remover. I'm doing it so I could show you that Let's Resin's products work. That's why I'm doing it. I have the vacuum chamber I use basically every day. It's much more powerful. The thing I like about this one as opposed to my vacuum chamber is it never bubbles over because it's not as powerful, yet it still gets the bubbles out. But I have a vacuum chamber because I do tons of silicone at one time, and you can do as much of whatever. And these bubble removers, it doesn't matter what brand you have. If you're using 4-hour fast cure, it's going to take a long time to get those bubbles out, especially if it's over 3 ounces. So the difference between this and a vacuum chamber in that case is the vacuum chamber is much more powerful, and you can put a cup of 10-12 ounces of fast cure in there and it will come out. So there are differences, but it also comes down to your budget. How much space do you have in your room? This is a great option. It's very small, it's compact, you don't need the external pump to work, and you can just add your time here. You don't have any releasing agents, you don't have to turn any dials or figure anything out. It does everything for you just by pressing the button one time. So this is got 1 minute and 11 seconds left. Hello, Darla.
Do you recommend bubbling your resin?
That totally depends on your resin that you're using, your brand, your temperature of your room, the kind of bubble remover you're using. So this one takes 5 to 10 minutes. A external pump vacuum chamber takes about 3 minutes for no matter what kind of and what volume of resin you're using. So sometimes if you watch my channel, you'll see like all kinds of cups in the bottom of the vacuum chamber. It's still 3 minutes. Doesn't matter. But the ones without the external pump take a little bit longer. But they're more compact. Like I said, it's great for small spaces. See, this one's already done and you can stop it. I'm just going to press and hold the button. There's no more bubbles coming out. So it's releasing.
Is it easier to paint on normal resin or on polymer or Polynesian resin?
Polyurethane resin. Painting on either one, they're both about the same. No differences in painting on them. All right, so it let the air out. I'm just going to take this. Just be careful when you're pulling the dome off that you don't knock it over, and it does kind of get stuck to the bottom from the pressure. Come on. Release. There we go.
Say that one more time.
I'm just going to move this out of the way since we do not need this anymore tonight. I just want to get it off my table so I can have a little bit more space here. All right, let me grab my molds. And this is going to be the simplest pour yet. Like I said, I cannot fill it all the way up because I need to move it. And I'm hoping I can move it like this somehow. I should be able to. It's a very stiff mold. So I'm going to pour most of it right here. And then I will finish pouring it over there because I want a complete tray when I'm done. So I'm going to spritz it with alcohol.
You haven't used it. You just got the pressure pot, right? You haven't used that
I
yet?
literally just opened it on camera. Nobody even knows I have it yet.
we haven't put it together yet.
Okay. So what I did to get the look that I want, I've got the black, and I'm going to drizzle it in just the tiniest bit. That's it. And I'm going to pour until I don't see black in there anymore. And this is a little less than I did the last time. And every time you miss, or every time you run out of black in there, just pour a little bit more, just like that. And this should give you vein lines to look like marble. I need to move this cup. Oops, I'm dripping on there. I don't want to drip on there because you will see those spots. So let's just get those drips out. Let's pour a little more. Let's get some down here. So this one should have a little less vein lines than the one I will show you in just a minute.
Michelle, would you do the same thing on Eco Pour?
Eco Pour?
Eco Pour?
What do you mean by same thing? Not sure what you mean.
I don't know, that's just what it said.
I don't understand. If you can ask that question a little different way, that'd be awesome. You don't put Eco Pour in a vacuum chamber, that's for sure. All right, so that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to move this mold because it's getting full. I need to move it out of the way. I'm going to finish pouring it on the other side of my room. Sorry that you won't be able to see it. I just don't want to waste the resin by spilling it. So give me just a moment. I'm going to put this, you know what? I'll bring this with me. Sorry, there's going to be nobody on screen for just a moment. And I'll tell you how much. I think it takes all of it. I'm pretty sure you can hear me. I just can't see ya.
What time are you doing the...
I don't know what time I'll be doing, so you'll just have to stick around. Whenever I have a gap to do a giveaway, I will do one.
Which black did you use?
I used the Let's Resin Pigment Paste Black. And I just have to do the small cup, and then I will be
714.
back to do that. And then we'll finish up what's 714?
714 people.
Oh, I was like, it's not 7:15 already. There's no way. Hopefully y'all can still hear me.
Would you use that same technique with Eco Pour?
Marbling? Yes, you can do that as long as you have the two colors separated in a cup. You can pour it like that for sure. Okay, it took all 20 ounces.
Oh, where'd you go with your phone? Oh.
What?
Nothing.
I'm coming right back.
I know, but I'm here.
What?
So that since you stepped away from the camera, I had to say hi.
Okay, I just want to make sure it's poured properly and I'm not going to waste my resin.
Are you using the glitz effect?
Nope. You weren't paying attention, Mr. Glitz.
My eyes are rolling in the back of my head reading all these comments.
Clearly he wasn't watching if you didn't know I wasn't using the glitz effect. Let me just wipe my table down and we're going to finish and show you what that's going to look like tomorrow. It'll be a little less black lines, but I have just this much. I still have some left. That's how little you use when you want to marble that way. I just want to get, I don't know what to pour this in. Let me get something tiny. I'll just pour it on the side here. Give me just a second. Just don't want to waste a drop. All right. So I just want to wash my...
Do you use a Cricut? And if so, which is best to buy?
Well, I don't know which is best to buy. I can only speak for the Cricut that I have, which is the Explorer 3. I've had it for a few years now. I love it. I don't have any issues with it. I don't use it as often as I'd like to, but when I do use it, it works perfectly fine.
What do you call that tray? They're on eBay looking for it.
The tray, go in the description box and click on the link. That'll take you right to the tray. I have been spraying these with mold release spray after I clean them to keep them pliable. And it seems to be working. I'm just gonna, that way your resin doesn't build up on the silicone because it does do that. All right. Are you guys ready to see what it's gonna look like when we unmold it? Let me put some things away so I have room. All right, let me move this and this. This is what we're going to unmold tomorrow. What do you think? So I put a little bit more black in this day than I did the other day, although this is gorgeous as it is. Here's the sides. Here's the back. How come I always like the backs better than the fronts? I don't know, but I do. Here's a side. It literally takes no skill whatsoever to do a marble effect. You don't have to do black and white. You could do any color you want. What I would suggest is do the ratios like I did. Mostly your lightest color or whatever color you want the majority to be. And then drizzle in your secondary color.
What's the best sinker white for blooms? Sorry.
You don't use sinker white for blooms, you guys. A lot of people think you use sinker white. You don't use sinker white for blooms. You used a white pigment paste. I use the ocean white. This one here is what I use for blooms. This is not a sinker white. If you use a sinker white for blooms, your bloom is not going to work. Put it that way. Sinker white is literally just for your Petri effects, to get those little tendrils to come down. Otherwise, you don't use sinker white on anything. This is the sticker. What do you think? Is that going to look gorgeous or what?
What do you use to clean all your tools with?
I use 99% alcohol. Sometimes I use 91% alcohol to clean my tools. So this is a UV-DTF sticker. I think it looks gorgeous. It's so simple to do. I mean, anybody can do this. But before I do that, I'm going to jazz up these corners. So these are the corners I was talking about that I generally never have a bubble, ever. I think I've poured this tray multiple times and I don't end up with bubbles on there. I just don't. I didn't even check that one today, but I'm pretty confident we're not going to have bubbles. Let me take my gloves off for a moment. Let me get rid of that too. I want to bring the red somewhere else. So when I look at a piece like this, I like to bring your eye to colors that match in other places of a piece. I used to do interior decorating, which is probably where it stems from. Let me find... I've got these little rhinestones, but wait, those are too small. I know I have bigger ones. You're going to need... Well, if you want to copy this, you will need some rhinestones, some glue. I have B7000, but that one's almost empty. Let me get a full one.
Would this method work if the primary color is black and white veins?
This is black and white. That's exactly what I just poured, is black and white. Okay, I've got this package of rhinestones here. So it was all white. So if you missed it, you can go back and watch the replay later and see the ratios that I did to get this look. I'm going to use a larger rhinestone. And like I said, I only want it for the edges. Let me see. This is a pretty big tray and it's got a pretty thick edge. I'm going to use the largest one that they have. Hopefully I have enough.
Is the B7000 better than the E6000?
B7000 and E6000 are not in the same category. The B7000 is made for things like this and it's far more liquidy, so you can squeeze it on. The B6000 is more of a paste. And that's not what you want for something like this. I also used Liquid Fusion. They say the B7000 is better. I don't love this. I like it because it's strong. I don't like it because it leaves strings, and I absolutely hate the strings. So all you need is a wax pencil. These are so cheap. You can get them probably 5 in a pack for a couple dollars. All I'm going to do is, like I said, is these edges, and I'm going to try to keep it centered. I'm just going to put a small little bit of glue in the center of it. See that string? I can't stand them. Pick up your rhinestone with your wax pencil and place them. Oops. If you have glue, see that string? It's going to drive me nuts. If you have glue on the tip of your pencil, it's not going to release the rhinestone. So if you're...
Wings wants, let's see, don't let Michelle know. We need to know the link or where to find a sticker on Amazon. Please don't.
Can you write that down, hun, so I don't forget to add it? I think it's in the description box already, but if I didn't add it to the description box, I will when I'm finished. But I thought I've already added that to the description box. If somebody can go into my description box and tell me, because I messed up the beginning of the video, see if all my products are in there. If not, I will have to redo that later. I had the camera the wrong way, and I don't know if it messed up my description box or not. See, these strings I absolutely hate. They get everywhere. I haven't been using this lately, but because it's the strongest, I want to show you the right one to use. So I'm just going to do all 4 corners before we finish this sticker, because I don't want to be messing around with this when I put epoxy in there. It only takes a minute. Just pick them up. These are big rhinestones too. The bigger they are, the harder it is to get, but this wax pencil seems to be doing a good job. And I'm just...
everything's in there but the sticker.
Okay, hun, make a note to add the sticker. As soon as I'm done with the live stream, you guys, I will get that sticker in there. I promise.
Add sticker.
I also need to add a 4-hour fast cure, because that's what I'm going to be using to coat the bottom. I just want to seal this in a quicker way than regular epoxy. So I'm going to use the 4-hour fast cure, and we're just going to cover that sticker with the resin, and that's it. Set it aside to cure. Hopefully I think I'll have enough. Just make sure you have enough rhinestones for whatever project you're going to start. So far, I've never run out, but I've come really close. It's very scary when you got like hundreds of rhinestones on something and you don't know if you're going to have enough to finish. That would be terrible, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh. Can you imagine tearing them all off and starting your project over again?
Do you sharpen your wax pencil?
Yeah, you just sharpen it like a normal pencil. Just sharpen it with a pencil sharpener. Most of them come with a sharpener if you buy them. If you buy a package, they come with a sharpener too. And then on these trays, you just shake them and it'll flip your stones over. You need them to be face up so you can grab them from the face up. You can't use them upside down.
What are the best sizes of rhinestones to use?
I don't know. It completely depends on your project. I've gone from the super duper tiny to these extra super large ones. So you know what I like to buy? In fact, when I did have an Amazon wish list, I'll show you what I like, because it does not matter what size you need, it's going to be there. So that's done. This one is not the same as the one. This was also a gift to me, but this one has pearls, flatback pearls, and rhinestones. But let me show you. Now, the last time I went to link this, hun, write down rhinestones.
How much resin did that tray take?
It took 10 ounces, and it's written on the actual mold itself. So if you ever forget, most of Let's Resin's molds have the amount that you need written on the mold. I always add 1/2 to 1 ounce more than it says, just for doming. So these are what I love to get, because it's all one color. These are all red. Let me open it without spilling.
What different glues do you use?
The glue depends on the project. So that was B7000, or you can use liquid fusion. Now, if I was gluing on a magnet or something, then I would use either super glue or B6000. But if you buy these kind, I don't even know the sizes. They don't even write the sizes, because I don't pay attention to sizes, because I usually have all of these. So you've got the largest, 4 sets of the largest, 4 sets of each size. And these are, like, these 5 are the small. I think these 6 are the same size. These 5 are the same size. And then 4 and 4. So it doesn't matter. And if you're doing all different sizes in one place, these are awesome. Just have a whole bunch of trays for your sizes. Spoon them out. And then you can pop them back in with a little spout. You just dump them right back in where you need them. Okay, let's go on to the sticker. Now that that's done, it'll dry on its own. All I'm going to do, you have one chance. This is very nerve-wracking. You have one chance at a UV DTF sticker. It is so sticky when I take the back piece off. There's 2 pieces. There's a back piece and a front piece. And, oh gosh, Please, dear Lord, let me get this right the first time. Because I don't want to mess up the tray. Because I only have this one sticker. I have a bunch of these, but they're individual cardinals. It's not one piece like this. They all came in the same set. Ugh. Come on. So you have to get the front and the back. You can use there's a tape trick too, but I got it. Okay. You would put a piece of tape on the front and the back and just separate them. So take the back piece off, okay? Okay. Breathe. I'm not going to talk for a minute, okay? I'm going to fold it kind of like a taco. And pray to God it's straight. Or you can do it at the bottom. I don't know. Do we do the bottom? Do we do the middle? I don't think... Not the top. I'm thinking the middle. Middle is better. What do you guys think? Middle? Okay, I see a couple middles. We're going with the middle. We're going with the middle, you guys. Please, God, let it be straight. Okay, well, it's down now. You can get bubbles very easily. I get bubbles every time. So I'm just going to lay it down really gently. And then you're going to want to press it in really hard. But bubbles don't matter. We'll get rid of them. What I can tell you by prior experience, that was not fun. It was very disappointing. So don't do this. Don't put... Once you put epoxy on this, don't turn your heat mat on.
Can you lay that in without taking the back off and pour resin over it or not?
Well, it'll move. If you don't take the back off, it's just going to move because it's slippery. What you could do, if you're like doing a tumbler or something, generally we'll put a piece of parchment or something behind it. That way you can test it. But I don't usually do that.
If you put it down and you messed it up, can you take it back up and reapply it?
No, you got one chance. You'll be scraping this off of your project. So it is very well adhered. Then you pull this piece off. I've seen people leave this piece on and pour epoxy over it. I don't know why you would do that, but you can because it's clear and you won't see it. But as far as leaving the back piece on, I think it's going to slide all over the place as it's curing, unless you want to babysit it. But then that's even more of a chance it's not going to be straight. Oops, see, I just pulled his head off. Just press it back down. These are so durable. I love these stickers. It's just always nerve-wracking putting it down. Most of the time, I've never had to pull one up, put it that way.
When I see you slicing it with the X-Acto knife on the sticker, is that you slicing a bubble?
Yes, I'm going to do that right now. I always get bubbles every time. There's one right here. You just slice right through your sticker. You're not going to see the slice. And you press the bubble right out. I get bubbles every single time. It doesn't matter.
What's the hinge method, you know?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So if you want to try to... I'm just looking at this. I'm seeing bubbles. If you want to try to get it on without ruining it. So what you would do is take a piece of, like, you could take this back, take this off, put it back on, but only leave like 1/4 of an inch on the end. That way this is all not sticky and only your 1/4 inch is sticky. Then you can lay it down, stick that portion that doesn't have part of your sticker on it. Lay it down, make sure it's where you want it. And then you kind of peel it back up and pull this piece off as you're laying it down. I hope it makes sense. It's hard to explain without showing you. But you do that on tumblers. If you're a tumbler maker, you would know what I'm talking about because you want to place a decal around your tumbler perfectly straight before you actually stick it on. So that's really how I learned how to do it, is on tumblers, so you get it straight. There's bubbles. I have a lot of bubbles, so I think everybody does. So don't feel like you're not going to get bubbles, because you are. Just all you got to do is slice it. You could hear the air come out, push it down, and you're good to go. You're never, ever, ever going to see those slices unless you turn the heat mat on and you have a low quality DTF sticker. Oh, I just sliced through the red and you can see that. I take it back. Be careful. You can also pop a hole in it. All right, I think that's good. Now all I'm going to do is mix up, I'm going to say, I better mix up 3 ounces, even though I don't think I need 3. All I want to do is coat the bottom. Nothing else. I don't need it going up the sides. I want to keep it a tray. So let me get my gloves back on. Let me grab a pair of gloves. I'm going to put a little powder on my hands so my hands go in the gloves again. And then once we get that poured, you don't even have to put that through a bubble remover because it's going to be so thin that we can pop them with the heat gun or with a torch. I wouldn't really torch over this though because you don't want to burn your sticker. It's going to be really, really thin. So we will just mix that up with our handheld mixer. Oh, I see bubbles from this side. Hang on, I got to fix them or they're going to bother me. Hopefully. You don't see the hole because of the red. I'm just looking at it from an angle. I don't think you'll be able to see them under the resin. I'm going to wash this down with alcohol because you don't want anything from your skins to stop your resin from covering. What it will do is separate, and we call them fish eyes. So make sure your thing is clean and you didn't touch it with your hands. I'm just going to do it one more time. This is 99% alcohol in my spray bottle. You just don't want any oils from your skin. It's more of a thing for tumblers than it is for trays, but if you're trying to do the slightest bit on the bottom and not any more than you need, then it's a pretty good practice to get into to do that. And then I can move it aside after. So I'm going to use the 4-hour fast cure. You can also use tabletop epoxy, which I would normally do if I didn't run out, and I totally forgot I ran out until today. So I'll do 1.5. This is by volume, not by weight. So all of Let's resins are by volume. Now the polyurethane, on the other hand, is by volume or weight. So you can choose whichever one you like to measure that one out. That is 1.5 ounces. And then 1.5 ounces.
How do you fix fish eyes on a project?
Oh man, fish eyes on a project are no fun. This is what I do, but it's probably too late for you. If I'm doing a tumbler or whatever, I don't get fish eyes on anything but tumblers. But if I get fish eyes on a tumbler and I see it right away, I wipe all the resin off. I wash it down with alcohol and I will seal my tumbler. And then I'll do it again. And that usually takes care of it. If it's already cured, you got a lot of sanding to do. So if you ever get fish eyes, which is separation, for those of you who haven't had it yet, I'm recommending you wipe all your resin off, get it all the way back down to the epoxy, clean it, and then you shouldn't have a problem. But fish eyes, you'll just have to, I don't know what you have fish eyes on, whoever asked the question, so it's very hard for me to tell you how to fix it without sanding and recoating, but I don't know what you're trying to coat to recoat it. So this is our handheld mixer if you haven't seen it. It has an AI function that counts down from 4 minutes. It goes forward and backwards by itself, so you don't have to change the direction. And then at the 2-minute mark, it will slow down and just mix it slowly for the last 2 minutes. Once it gets down to like 10 seconds, I'll pull it up out of the resin and let it just get the paddle, all that resin off the paddles. And then they have the drip mat to put it on so you can drip it off while it's curing. And then, like I said, I usually build up a couple of layers of resin before I clean them off. And then I just take my knife and I just scrape it right off. It's a hard plastic and it comes right off.
How do you fix a bubble in EcoPore?
I've never fixed a bubble on EcoPore. That's a great question. I mean, I guess it depends on your project, where the bubble is. Which are you trying to hide? If you're trying to hide it, put something over it. I'd have to see the project before I can say how to fix it. Fish eyes are the devil, Jennifer. I agree.
What?
I hate fish eyes.
Can you marble a jar?
Oh yeah, you can marble a jar. Mr. Glitz has done that a million times on my channel.
What's he done?
The Glitz effect.
Say it, hon. Say it.
He's done the Glitz effect. He named his own marbling. What do you guys think of the rhinestones? Do you like them on the edges? Can you see them? Thank you, Vicky. Some people like the rhinestones. Some people don't like the rhinestones. I love rhinestones, so you're probably going to see them all the time. But I know some people don't like all that extra bling. I just thought it was pretty to pull that red in from here to there to bring your eye around the whole piece. I don't know. Does it look Christmassy to you guys? What do you think?
Are you putting glitter on your resin?
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Yes, I'm going to put crushed crystal in here. I'll do it after because it doesn't matter if we do bubbles in here. I always forget. Sometimes I forget, but it's going to make that shimmer. It'll make the sticker look gorgeous. And it hides bubbles too. Looks very Christmassy. Thank you, Lee Wood. I think it looks Christmassy. I wish I had another decal just like it. I have to figure something out. So you'll want to make sure you come to the post page in the next day or two to see what I ended up doing with the next one that's curing over there. Oh, it looks nice. I'll have to bring you over there when I flip the camera later and show you the back of it. It looks gorgeous. What do we got left? 33 seconds. And then I'm going to add some crushed crystal. What time is it?
It's 7:09.
Oh, 7:09. So I think once I'm completely done with this, we will go ahead and do the giveaway for the 2 trays that they're going to give away. So in just a few minutes. So if you want to go grab your phones, if you're on your TV, we got 748 people. We broke a record, you guys. We cannot mention any other brands. Oops. Okay, I forgot to pull this out. So it beeps at you when it's done. I'm just going to turn it back on. And I kind of let it gently tap the side of my cup just to get most of the resin off of my paddle. That way it's not all dripping in the drip tray. And then I'll just shut it off. Shut it off. Pull this out. This will go in the drip tray. And that's that. That's easy, easy. I love that little mixer. All right, I'm going to scrape my sides and bottom. Even though I was doing it with the paddle, I don't trust anything. So if I don't do it, it's my fault. And again, we do not need to put this through the bubble remover because it's going to be such a thin coat. We should have extra though. Let me grab my crushed crystal. And we're going to put a little bit in there. It's going to be gorgeous. I'm just dipping it in like that. There's nothing on the stick except what's stuck to the epoxy. And that should give us just the perfect amount of shimmer shine. The more you stir that crushed crystal, the more it breaks it up and goes through and through your resin. And even if it drops, which sometimes it does drop, some of the larger pieces will drop, but it doesn't matter because it's a tray. And it does not make any difference. Oh, that's going to be so pretty. Let me just put my lid on because I will be getting my heat gun out to pop some bubbles. So if you don't like the loud noise, I have no way of editing it out today. So get your volume button ready to turn it down. All right, we're just going to pour it on. Get it to the sides. Oh, you know what? We're going to use all 3. We're just going to use it. Scrape it all out. This is not food safe resin. I've been begging Let's Resin to make a food safe resin for us. They have not done it yet. Although I do want to say, they asked me to ask you if you have any suggestions of what you would like to see from them. Put it in the comments. If I see it, hopefully they'll see it because I know they will watch. Put it in the comments because they would love suggestions to know what you guys want. So my suggestion is food safe resin. What are your suggestions that you want? I'm going to push it all the way to the sides. All the way, all the way, all the way. So that was pretty good. Hopefully I don't need more because this is a large tray. I forgot I'm doing the big one and not the small one. So if you need more, you just mix up a little bit more. It'll be okay. I am going to break that tension right here so we get a straight line on the bottom. And then get some down in here. Oh yeah, that 3 ounces is perfect. And then I'm going to grab my heat gun. And we're going to pop some bubbles. Hang on just a second so I don't cross over cords here. All right, turn your volume down. It's going to be loud. This is going to pop bubbles, especially surface bubbles, but it's going to warm it up. It's going to thin it out. And it will pop bubbles at the same time. It will move it if you need it to move. If you want to marble something like this, you can. Of course, you can use this for your waves and beach scenes. But warming it up is going to make it much, much thinner. And I see one spot right there I want to make sure it's covering. You guys see that crushed crystal? It's divine. So whatever you do, please be patient if you're using a sticker under resin. Don't put your heat mat on. Trust me.
What determines what mixer you use? Whether it's your handheld or...
Okay, well, that's a great question. This is what there's really no rhyme or reason, but the way I choose what mixer I'm going to use, if I have 8 ounces that fits in this cup or less, I use my handheld mixer. If I use 9 ounces to, let me look at this cup. 9 to 12, I'll use the mini mixer. That's this one. And then anything over 12, I use the large mixer that I use today that fits in 32 ounce cup. So that's how I determine which mixer that I'm going to be using.
Is that tray from Let's Resin or is that yours?
No, this is a Let's Resin tray. Everything that I'm doing today is sponsored by them. So this is all their things. So I'm getting ready to do the UV project, but I just want to make sure.
Why is my UV resin tacky and can my project be fixed?
Well, your UV resin, maybe your light is not strong enough. It could be many, many things. It could be the brand you're using. I don't know what brand you're using. But most of the time your light is not strong enough because they do have to be replaced every now and again. If it's a new light, I'm not sure. And you can fix it by just top coating it with another layer. If you have a different brand or a different light, try that.
Marla wants to say that she agrees with me. She doesn't like sticky resin either.
Okay, I'm just going to spritz this with alcohol. I've got that one little tiny spot right there, but I think it's going to be okay. That is it. That is the Christmas tray. Can you guys see the sparkle? I can. I hope you can. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. I think it's Christmassy. It's screaming Christmas at me. All right, so what I'm going to do, where am I going to put this? I'm running out of room. Let me make sure everything's good before I walk away and don't look at it again. Everything's good.
If you had to clone me, how much would you charge?
$500! Let me move this out of the way, guys. Hang on just a second.
I'm only worth $500.
That is your magic number. Okay, Barbara, I think we will go ahead and do the one giveaway right now for the tray. Is she ready? I'll give you guys the directions. So if you have not been here, we have almost 800 watching. I hope you got your phones. You're going to need to comment if you want to win the tray. So they're giving away 2 of those trays, that size, the large size. And what we do here on my channel, I've got a couple emails for the winner. I have a cup here. There's 20 numbers. As you can see, they're all folded up. I can't see them. There's 20 of them, 1 through 20. You guys get 1 comment per person per line. I know your name will be next to it because you're on YouTube and not Amazon. We do have issues with this on Amazon. What you're going to do is take a guess. You can guess more than 1 time, but it must be in a separate comment. If your comment has 2 or more numbers in it, it will be overlooked and Barbara will go to the next one. So I want to make sure everybody understands. Those of you that have been with me know the routine, but we have tons of new people in here today. So what will happen is we're going to count to 15. I'm going to count to 15 after Barbara types go. So Barbara's going to type go. 15 seconds later, she will type stop. All these numbers that are going in right now do not count. So they're only going to be between the go and the stop. That's why we don't like to do these, because you guys are always putting numbers in and it makes Barbara's job harder to find the winner. So once we say go, 1 number per comment between 1 and 20. I hope it makes sense. And then I will pull both winners for the tray. Barbara, is she ready?
Are you ready, Barbara? Hang on.
Wait for me to say go, okay? Hang on 1 second. So all the numbers before I say go do not count. What is she doing?
Are you ready, Barbara? She ready?
Okay. Go.
Go.
As soon as you see that go, right there, I see Barbara's go. So the numbers count now. 1 to 20, 1 number per comment. You have to be in the US or you cannot win the prize. You have to have a US number or address. Oh, I forgot to count. Let's just say we're at 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Stop. Okay, let's wait for Barbara's stop to come in. So everything between the go and the stop is going to count. I'm still looking for her. Did she type it?
You typed in stop, right, Barbara?
Okay, no, that wasn't Barbara. Can she find her go and stop?
Can you find your go and stop?
Because there's such a lag in here that I'm not finding it. So as long as Barbara knows where her go and stop is, I'm going to go ahead and pull the numbers. All right. And Barbara, please write down the winners' names. The first winner. And I will put the numbers back in for the next giveaway, so you can always get the next number. Number 2.
Number 2.
The first person that said number 2 between go and stop will win one of the tray molds. And then the second winner of the tray mold, let's just grab number 12.
Number 12. Number 2 and number 12.
Number 2 and number 12 are the winners of the tray mold. As soon as Barbara gets me those names, I will get the winners my information. Until then, let's move on to the UV resin project we started last time, but never got to finish. Actually, I'm going to show you the new product before I get into the other product.
Number 2 and number 12.
All right, give Barbara 5-10 minutes. We don't want to rush her. We want to make sure everybody gets the chance to get the right winner. So this is their newest resin keychain frames. So this doesn't come with resin. It comes with all of this. So these are your jump rings. This is some chain. And then you've got a whole bunch of key rings with the chain attached. And then these are the fun part. These are all the bezels. These are silver. And then the other thing is gold. So we've got, I'll show you everything in here. I've already pulled some out to do. So you've got some circles, which could be actually ornaments if you wanted to. We've got these flowers. We've got a heart. Got, let's see, how many of each? I don't remember. I know I looked online at this kit. Maybe 2 or 3 of each. Maybe 3 of each. That one.
Oh, okay. That says Mary Beth.
Yeah, we got 3 of each one. I don't know where that one goes. That one. Oh, 3 of each one. I already have a heart and a circle set aside. So those are the smaller ones, as you can see in my hand, the size of them. So you can fill those in with your UV resin. Let me move those. And we got a whole bunch to make, but I want to go over the other ones that I did the last time because I never got to show you all that before they kicked me out. We still don't know why they kicked us out. We have not gotten that report back yet. And it's been 2 weeks. Not that it matters, but I would like to know just so when I do the next one, we can avoid whatever it was they didn't like. This one is really cute. I just opened these. This one comes with this, which is just a solid piece. And you can probably fill whatever you want, if with a clear or a glitter or something maybe. I'm not sure. They get one of those. Then you have, look at these, little cat heads, little dog heads. There's a full cat. Here's a full dog. There's another full cat. Another cat head. Here's a rabbit. Aren't they adorbs? There's another dog. You've got a flower. Here's another cat. Oh, you got like 4 cats. Cat lovers. 4 different types of dogs, 2 rabbits, 2 flowers. I think I have one over here that and it also comes with this that I pulled aside so I can show you a bunch of different colors of their new resin. So that is all in this resin keychain frame. This is the silver one. So we will do a couple of the silvers. It doesn't come with the tape, so make sure you have the tape that you're going to want to use. And you could use probably packing tape. The other kit comes with the tape. That's pretty cheap to buy. You can get that anywhere. And I use that blue tape all the time when I'm doing these. So, all right, that was the newest one. Now, the one that we started the last time was this kit here. So this comes with your resins. 3, 6, 9, 12 resins. You've got yellow, red, orchid, blue, green, black, orange, royal blue, white, pink, purple,
all right, we had winners.
And brown. Okay, we've got winners. All right, winners, if I call your name, take a screenshot or write these emails down. You're going to want to send me your name, your address, the prize you won to either them or me. Okay, the first winner's name?
Jody Becker.
Jody Becker, I know your name. Congratulations, Jody. So happy for you. Make sure Barbara's writing these down, or you write them down.
Write that down, Barbara. She is.
And then the second winner?
Is Melissa Baker.
Melissa Baker. I think I know your name too. So take a screenshot. You can either do help@letsresin.com or me. If you send it to me, I'm just going to forward it to them. Or you can send it right to them. So your name.
The third winner is Mr. Glitz.
No third winner on this one, mister. Name, address, and let them know it's the large tray mold that you won. We're going to do 3 kits of this one later tonight and 1 kit of the silver one later tonight. That was all the UV resin. It comes with a bunch of gloves. This one comes with some silicone molds. It comes with 6. I have 2 set aside. So here's a little heart, like a dog tag, a real dog tag, and a teardrop one. And then it comes with a heart and like a round. So I'm doing the heart and round in a little while. It comes with some of these, which I've already used a few of them. So this is what's left because I do have some set aside. So this is in the gold color. You've got large flowers, a whole bunch of hearts. I think there was 4 or 6 hearts. I'm not sure. I made a bunch of them already. I'll show you them. And then it comes with tweezers, a little silicone stir stick, some gold jump rings that you're going to need because a lot of people don't buy gold stuff, and then gold keychains with the key chain on it. Here's some large jump rings, and it also comes with your UV resin light. So if you don't have a resin light or UV light, this is a great little one. Compact, perfect. That's everything in this kit. The only thing I'm going to keep out is the tape for today and this resin. Let's pull all the resins out. I am also going to pull out their other resin kits, colored resin. If you don't want to color your own resin, which you can do, with either mica powders very lightly or inks and dyes. You can color your own. They also have their kit that comes with black and white in the same kit. I think you get 2 white and 1 black, or 2 black and 1 white. I never can remember. So you get the blacks and the whites. These I absolutely love. This is their new kit, colored pearlescent UV resin. I know you guys wanted to see these last time and they cut me off, so we're definitely going to do these. They have a couple other kits. This is their dark colored UV resin kits, so they're deeper. They're still transparent enough for the light to shine through, but they're just a little bit deeper in color. And then they have just the regular color, 12 color UV resin kit in all your colors. So I can't go through all of them, but I do want to go through the pearlescent for sure, because I know you guys wanted to see that. We're going to go through the ones that actually came with the kit, because if you're buying the kit, you want to know what you're getting. So these are the ones that we made last time. I'm just going to refresh your memory because we didn't get through them all. So this is the little ornament one, and I just put a little sticker underneath the UV resin, added a little crushed crystal. That is the pearl white that comes in the pearlescent. It is gorgeous. They give you 2 bottles of the white because it's so pretty. And then this was the flower-shaped one. I just put a little black and then covered the sticker up with clear, because black and gold are gorgeous. Here's one of the metal ones I did. And I covered it with a little bit of crushed crystal. So I just filled it in with some of their colored UV resin and put like an ornament hanger on that. I put ornament hangers on all of them just because of the season, but you can make keychains out of them. This one I filled with fake sprinkles. So these were Christmassy sprinkles I found at Hobby Lobby. It's got Christmas trees and snowflakes and pearls and things. And I just did it with clear resin. That's it. And then we've got this one that I did. The little rose. I don't think I covered it with sparkle, but that is that one without sparkle. These are so easy to fill. They're so simple to do, you guys. If you want to start out with, if you've never done resin, there's one I just put a little sticker in. So I filled the back with red, threw the sticker in. I outlined it with gold first with a chrome marker, and then I top coat it with crushed crystal and clear. So these are all, and then here's some of the hearts that I did. And I put a really pretty pinch bail on them. And that is literally just a sticker underneath the clear resin. And it looks so gorgeous. You could really dress it up with the pinch bails that you use. Look at that one. That is so pretty. These came in a package of stickers from Hobby Lobby. And I just grabbed the smallest ones that would fit. And then here's one I tried marbling for Christmas. This was a red and green, and then this is actually a metal charm. So I clipped off the little hooky thing, put it in, and covered it with the UV resin clear.
How much are the codes off?
The codes are 10% off, just like normal, but we would like you to differentiate what day you're purchasing and what code you're using so they know what you're watching, to see if it's beneficial to do this live for you guys on my channel as opposed to on Amazon. So if you can, use those codes for the next 3 days. They may not be good till midnight tonight. I forgot to check the timing. I apologize. But yeah, that could be the problem. All right, I pulled out these 2 with the molds. So we'll do these 2, and I've got 2 stickers to duplicate what I've done so you can see how I did it. I just need to clean them because they've been sitting here for 2 weeks waiting for you guys to come back. I'm so glad y'all came back. We got a lot more people today, so it's good. I'm just going to clean it with alcohol. Now these are see-through molds, so I'm going to be using my dual UV light.
Can someone from Australia use the codes?
You have to be a US, it's from their US Amazon store. So you could try them, but I don't think they're going to work, but try them. I don't think so. I'm not 100%. I hear both things, so I'm not sure. I hate to give you that answer, but.
Have you ever done small items in EcoPore, then cover with dipping resin?
I have not done that with EcoPore, no. I don't do small items well. All right, this one is going to be this beautiful gold sticker that's going to look stunning in there. Let me see. We're going to use black. I'm going to use the black from the actual kit. Is a little bit different than the black in the non-kit. All I'm going to do is coat the bottom. I'm not going to fill it up, just the bottom. Get around that hole maker. That's all you want to do. Grab yourself a little lighter to pop the bubble. Go around with a little dotting tool to release that, release any bubbles or something in there. Okay, that looks good. I think I'm going to do both of them at the same time just for sake of time. So on this one, I'm thinking, what color can we do? What color did I do before? I know we can see. Let me look at my thing. Oh, I did red last time. Let's do, should we do a pearlescent color? See, I didn't plan everything. No, the green is, the pearlescence is not like Christmassy red. So let's stick to, where's my deep dark colors over here? Let's try the dark colored UV resin kit and find my red. Here's red. Well, I just want to try to keep it Christmassy. So just pick your colors according to if you're using stickers or if you're using charms or something like that. I'm going to go around with this dotting tool, which does not have a sharp tip, so get a blunt tip tool.
What product do you use to make a mold?
What product do I use to make a mold as far as silicone goes?
Well, it didn't say. It just says what product you use to make a mold.
Well, you would use their silicone, but you would need to know if you need soft silicone or harder silicone to make a mold. To use this light, a lot of people don't know. You have two cords in case you need them separate. Sorry, you can't see. So you can have a cord there, and I have another cord attached to that one that can go there, but I don't need it to use the bottom piece if you line up these little holes and these tabs on top and bottom. If they're lined up perfectly, you only need the one cord, both lights will come on. So I'm just going to leave that under there, get that to cure, and then we will top coat. Let me get a little pot. I'm going to show you how to mix your own, except I don't want to use too much crushed crystal because you can use too much crushed crystal. So for your clears, you have two options. You have the clear hard type. They do have a soft type, which I've never used in my whole life because I don't know why you would need soft resin, but maybe some of you use soft type. And then you have high viscosity. This one's much thicker. This one is thinner. So it depends on what you want to do. I'm going to use the thinner one.
Michelle, will you do a prize giveaway for the finished piece? I don't create, so I don't enter for molds, but I would love to win a finished piece.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, Rose, I can do a finished piece. I can't guarantee you're going to win it, though. I'm going to fill this little pot with some resin. I'll probably need more. And then in order, this, you would do the same thing with a color, a dye. We could do one if you want to dye one. I'm literally going to take the tip of this. It's not even wet, and that's too much. It's just sticking to the silicone, and put it in here. Keep it away from the light because it will cure while you're waiting. So I'm trying to block the light.
It depends on what you're making.
So if you press the button once, it's 2 minutes. If you press the button twice, it's 3 minutes. And if you press the button 3 times, it's 5 minutes. And then the 4th time would be to turn the light off. I think that's pretty good. It's almost too much, but we're going to go with it. If you want to dilute it, just pour half in your thing and then add more clear. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, look, it even just turned off for me. So before I do that, I need to add my sticker. So this is just as nerve-wracking as that UVDTF sticker is because you want to get it perfectly centered. Come on. There we go. I'm going to try to do this where you can see it, but I also want to make sure it's as centered as I possibly can get it. And if you get a bubble, it's the exact same process. There we go. Beautiful. And then this one, try not to break a seal, especially if you're going to do another color. It'll seep underneath, but I usually always do clear, so it really wouldn't matter. But you don't want to get into that habit where you're breaking seals, because when it matters, it's going to matter. This one I'm going to do center of that hole maker. Just a real simple little thing. Press it down so you're not seeing that clear acetate. There's that one. So the pot that we just mixed with the crushed crystal is going in on top until you fill it up. I'm just going to push it around that hole maker.
Hang on a second.
And to the edges.
Can you hear me?
Okay. And the same thing on this one. All the way to the edge. And then we can pull it out and top coat if we really want to, if we need to. So I do like to do that just to have a beautiful finished edge. Because sometimes you have to trim it. That looks good. All right, I'm just gonna, I leave that on top of my light so it doesn't cure while I'm doing this. Grab your lighter. I don't see bubbles, but you just don't know. And that's it. We're gonna push, oh, I do see a bubble right there. Get that out of there. There it goes. Don't rush, because then that could ruin your whole piece. You'll have to be fixing bubbles, and that's no fun. So we'll do another 2 minutes. That was the red, the deep red. I'll keep my crushed crystal out just to make sure. So let's see. Let's prep the next one so I don't keep you too long. I'm going to do some, let's do the fill in with all the pearlescent colors for you before I run out of time. Not that I'm running out of time, because I could stay on as long as I want. I'll watch your numbers, and when you guys start dropping out, I'll like turn it down, stop, because you know if you know me at all and I start UV resin, then I just can't stop.
Ask Angela Rains if she's still on. She got upset because we didn't answer her
Angela
question.
Rains, if you're still there, I guess you want a question answered, but they keep missing it. You guys, there's a lot of people in chat. Please don't get upset because they're missing it. There's just a lot to watch. What I did was just pull the piece out and I flipped the two. I'm just like mindlessly working, but I know there's a lot of new people out. So when you want to mess around with this, you don't want it sticking to your gloves. So pull and push over your little edges so you can start messing around with it. Place this in the sticky part and press it down really, really good. Sometimes I'll take a pen, something, and just kind of smash it in there.
Rose Hack just contributed $20.
Oh my goodness, Rose, thank you so much. You are so sweet. You don't even do resin. I can't. You are amazing. You are amazing. This one, I'm going to do that way because the hole's that way. We're going to do our pearlescents so you can see what they look like. I'm very excited for that. But let's finish these pieces up. And, well, you know what? I'll just prep some more while we're waiting for... Oh, the light just went off. Never mind. Tap on it. Make sure it's cured. It's cured. We're going to pull it out. There's your back. There's your front. And because it shrinks, everything shrinks in epoxy. That's why I like to top coat. So let's get them both out, and we're going to top coat both of them. If you're new to resin, this is where I recommend, I'm going to put these back in the kit so I don't lose them. Here's this one. It's so pretty. But like I said, they end up getting a lip. You can't do that on here, hun.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. He had speaker on and you can't hear. We can hear everything he already says, so I'm trying to keep him quiet for you guys. This is the high viscosity. If you're new to resin and you don't know top coating, use your high viscosity. It's worth the investment.
Is there any way to find out if Let's Resin is going to stock more product in UK?
I can ask them. Please put that question in. Well, the question is in the chat. So they want to know what you guys want. So this is how they're going to find out. So that's a great way to put it, is just put it in the chat. And they will be reading this. I hope they do. I don't know why they can't, but I'm sure that there's reasons for it. But I don't know what they are. So the high viscosity makes it so much easier. We didn't need any more crushed crystal because we already had it in there. But when you pull that to the edge, it will stay.
Can you answer the question again about the high viscosity?
What was the question?
What was the question? Explain what you were talking about with the high velocity or viscosity.
Oh, the difference between the high viscosity and the normal is its thickness. So the high viscosity is easier to top coat because it's very, very thick and it won't go over your edges as easy as the thinner one. So the higher the viscosity, the thicker the resin. So that's why I'm using this one for all of you guys who aren't used to top coating. You can get it very easily with this one. That's why I was saying it's a good investment for you. If you want to get this one, then you can practice your top coating, and then when you have it down pat, you would be able to use the other one. But I like using this one. It's just, I just know that nothing's going to happen to it. I know it's not going to go over. So before I cure that, I'm going to put it there in the tray and go over it with a quick, because it's going to make it watery. Push my tray back in, which I need my own replacement, and turn the light on for 2 minutes.
Say goodnight to Caroline Smith in England.
Good night, Caroline Smith. Thank you for coming in. It must be very late over there.
Marlene Kenny just gave $10.
Oh, thank you, Marlene. That is so sweet. You guys are so amazing to me. I don't understand. I'm going to cut another piece. I'm just going to get a few of these pieces ready. That way.
Can we ask Let's Resin to please do the live shows on Glitz and Glitter channel instead of Amazon from now on?
You can please email them all suggestions to help@letsresin.com. I love this, but I understand their reasoning behind the Amazon. I mean, I love not getting kicked off. I love not having to watch my words, but they do have their reasoning for the Amazon lives. So that's why we're doing still one. So we're just adding another live to my schedule each month. So we're still going to do the Amazon the first Saturday of the month. And then we will be doing my channel probably the third Saturday. So I don't have 2 back-to-back weeks on my channel. So we'll see how it goes. It's really going to depend on you guys and if you're going to use the codes that they're giving me, because if you're not going to use the codes they're giving me for today, then they're going to assume nobody's watching or buying. And what's the point on doing a live on my channel if it's not working? So please use those codes for the next 3 days so they can determine if it's worth their while to support the second live. I'm just folding this over.
Iris Rodriguez says her husband is here watching Glitz and Glitter, and he wants to know who does your music because they love it.
You love my music. Wow, thank you. I use AI to do music. I help the AI make the music. They don't just make it for me. So I give it my ideas. Oops, I need to move this down. I do give it a lot of information that I want it to have. And then AI takes it from there. I do choose my background musics. I choose my singers. I do choose a lot of things. I just don't make up all the words. So it's very fun. It's a very creative way to another creative outlet. So those are them domed and done. So we'll put a little string. You can use these as keychains like they came in the package. However, because it's Christmas, I'm going to continue using them as ornaments. So I've got a gold string here.
Why does some of my UV pieces still bendy when cured? But if you tap on it, it sounds hard.
Are you using soft type UV resin? Check your resin bottle. You may have soft type UV resin, which is what I was just talking about. Soft type will never get hard, put it that way. I'm not even sure who uses the soft type. That's what I was saying. I don't know who uses that because I always want mine to be hard. And then I'll put a red one on this one. And those are the finished ornaments made from a keychain mold. Aren't they cute? They're perfect to give away. Perfect for like a present. If you want to make a beautiful present, put this on the bow and you've got yourself a present tag. All right, for these, let's do this one first so I know. What time is it?
It's 7:47.
Oh my gosh, we're almost at 2 hours, you guys. Are you guys hanging in there with me? Or do you want me to wrap it up? Let me know what they say, because I can wrap it up.
Fixing sticky UV pieces.
You would have to re-top coat it and use a better light, I'm thinking, and re-cure as long as it's going to take. Maybe you can sand it down to get it to adhere a little bit better. This one I want to do with you because I want to show you all the colors. I'm just looking for a center. The center color would be, what do I want for the center color? I thought, they don't have, let's do orange. We're going to do the orange. These are the pearlescent ones. So I want to show you. If you guys are wanting me to wrap up, please let me know. I will be happy to do that. I get overtaken by UV projects.
Hanging in there, hanging with you.
You're hanging with me? No, keep going, don't stop. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. One person made your decision, you guys. So if you want to hang in there for those prizes, you're going to have to hang in there for those prizes. Because once I start, okay, I'm going to do the green as normal right into the leaf part. I have been using this, so I don't have full bottles. And then when it's all completed, on the other ones that I showed you that were done, I did go over with a top coat clear.
Amanda Smith says she has a mixture of things in her cart, but the codes aren't working.
The codes are probably not going to work till midnight, I'm thinking. They do that to me on Amazon as well. So please keep them in your cart either till midnight or until tomorrow, and then you can check out, and I think you'll be fine. I know you'll be fine.
What?
So just be patient on the codes. They are in China, so they are 12 hours ahead of us, so I'm not quite sure the timing of the code. I'm not going to cure this until I have everything in there. So that's the green and the pink. I'll obviously bring it closer. Or no, that's the orange, not the green. What did I do with the green? I want to set it aside, though I don't use it again. Okay. Here's the blue. We're going to put blue. What do we got? We're going to do a little bit of each color.
Where's that at?
All you do is fill in your little cavities. That's it. Now, if you have your tape good, it won't leak and it won't matter how long this takes you.
Who is that, Renee?
That was the blue. Here's the red.
Oh. Renee B67 just gave $4.99.
Thank you, Renee B67. You guys are so awesome for supporting us. It means the world to us, both of us, not just me, but Don as well. It really helps keep our channel going. There's the red.
Do you wear a mask when doing
White.
resin?
I don't wear a mask, but I do recommend you wear a mask. The reason I don't do a mask is because you'll never be able to hear me. And I don't do resin outside of videos because I just don't have time. So you should wear a mask. I do keep my air purifier on all the time. And you don't hear it all the time because of my microphone will block it out. But I do have my purifier on. This one is light blue. I'm just going to go around and do them kind of the same. I just want you guys to get to see all these colors in one shot. So I apologize if I'm going to be going longer than normal. You can always come back if you have something to do and watch the replay. So like the replays on Amazon are only there for 7 days. Mine will be here for my lifetime. So I don't get rid of my replays. Amazon only keeps them 7 days.
Can you make a flamingo 3D mold at some point?
A flamingo
Please?
3D mold. Flamingo 3D mold. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is the second white. We don't need 2 whites in there. This is the purple. So Don and I were sent a resin 3D printer a couple weeks ago from Creality, which I shouldn't really be talking. But since she brought up the subject, we will be doing a video on that once we know what we're talking about. This is light purple. So very well could find a 3D printed flamingo in there. I don't know yet. We're still new to it. I'm trying not to go over the lines.
Renee says Don needs to do a $500 bill tray.
That one. See, that one I kind of went too high and it's bleeding into each other.
What? Kathy Gordon gave $49.99.
Kathy Gordon, I know you. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. You guys are so generous to us. So generous.
Art and Wonders.
I'm going to do the orange.
Says, I love your channel. I love how Don is so funny.
I'm so glad you like the channel. Thank you. We try, but we're not trying. It's just, he's natural. That's the orange again. So I'm just going to repeat the colors. We'll do a green.
Oh, somebody has, who's that? Brown Sand 4. My husband has a resin 3D printer. If you have questions, he might be able to help.
Can you please email us? Please, Brown Sand 4, please email us because we do have questions and it's very difficult for the company to answer us quickly. So we're not getting very far very fast, put it that way. This is the purple. I'm trying to go as... Thank you, Becky. I'm trying to go fast, you guys, but these are such tiny little crevices.
For first-time resiners doing these, would you suggest cure after each color?
No, you'll know if it's going to leak right away. So as long as it's not leaking, I would continue on.
And Wings of Creation wants to know, what is the reason for adding clear glue to epoxy resin?
Okay, so we use glue and epoxy for 2 reasons. One, oops, there's a big bubble. The reason it was found, Daniel Cooper, who he is okay, you guys. He did post on his page today. I just do want to mention that. I'm so thankful that he posted on his page today. He didn't put a video out. He just gave us an update that he's okay. Daniel Cooper came up with that idea in one of his experiments, and that he was trying to suspend glitter in resin, and he did. But he works on very small scales and pieces like this. So when he came up with that idea, I started going a little further with it and seeing, can we use it in large amounts of resin and what can we do with it? So I came up with the 1 drop per ounce is what seemed to work for me to suspend the glitter. And then the question started coming up from other people is, can you marble with gluey resin and keep the colors separated? So then we started experimenting with that. So we put glue in our colors and then we marbled them as normal and found out that it will keep your colors separated. So that is why we use the glue in the resin. These look so cute. Let me cure them now that I got them full. That should be the one that takes the longest. I only have a couple more. Do you guys want to see a couple more or do you want me to stop? It's up to you.
Darla Shepherd says, I love watching you. I wish you were on more and I'm glad you're staying on longer. I love watching everything you make. So stay on, stay on, stay on.
Thank you, Darla. You guys are so sweet.
Rose wants to know if you could do a purple flower.
How about this one, Rose? You want that one in purple? We'll do that one in purple for you. As soon as that light goes off, we'll do this one. Let's see. Let me see what the purple is. Here's the purple that comes in the kit. Since we are showcasing the kit, we really need to use them. But
Barbara on here wants to know how easy was it for you to learn all your resin stuff from Don?
It's not easy to learn from Don. I think it's the other way around.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Glitz.
I don't know about that question. So that was the purple, and this is the orchid. So you know what? We can do both of them just for you, Rose. And then I do want to do a couple more Christmas things just to give you Christmas ideas. I have a couple little charms I pulled out. This is a little reindeer head, a little snowman, and I found a tiny little gingerbread man.
Lady B. Dolores wants to know if you'll be doing a Tumblr thing again.
Eventually, Lady B, I have a whole Tumblr playlist that shows basically every technique that there is out. Not everyone, but a lot of them that you would be able to do on my channel. So I don't get to Tumblrs very often because one, they take a ton of time that I don't have anymore. And I've done so many Tumblrs. So you can always watch the playlist. I think I have probably 20 different Tumblr videos out there. So Rose, this one's for you. This is the purple. I'll obviously use the green for the leaves, but I'm going to fill in some purple and light purple. The purple and the orchid. That's the purple from the kit. What did I do with the orchid? Oh, it's right next to it. Here's the orchid from the kit. These are so, this is like paint by number. I love this kit. These are so simple to do. Just get yourself a pointy little thing. Oops, this one has glitter on it.
Barbara said they make a cold weather resin.
Who makes a cold weather resin?
Let's Resin.
Let's Resin makes a cold weather resin? Well, that's good to know. I did not know that. We've got this green. This is the only green we have. So this is the green we're using for the leaves and the stem. Hey, hun, can you go grab me my drink? My mouth is dry.
Can you tell M.A. Dawson Creations that Mr. Glitz said hi?
I'm sure they heard you. M.A. Dawson Creations. Mr. Glitz said hi. But we can't start that or everybody's going to want to do that. You'll have to do that on the chat.
What do you want?
My drink.
Where's that?
I don't know. Somewhere. I'm just filling this in. And then we're going to top coat them both with the clear high viscosity. This one needs a little bit more. I don't want to dome these because of the metal. I'm trying not to go over the metal. Thank you.
You are welcome, Mrs. Glitter.
That is beautiful. Rose,
What?
I will save this for you because you are always ordering from me. So the next time I see your name come through eBay, that's going in your package. Now, let's show you this one. What do you think about the pearlescent colors they have?
Oh, Barbara's family in South Carolina is watching.
Hello, Barbara's family. Barbara is awesome. I love her to death. All right, since that one's curing, I'm going to try to block it with a light because I want to keep moving for you. This is the high viscosity. I'm just going to pile it in the middle. And I am going to... It goes over the metal as well. I'm just going to pull it out. Now, if you add too much, it will go over the side, even if it's high viscosity. So try not to add too much. You can always add more, but trying to wipe it off is a little more difficult. It will, though, if you cure it over the edge, it will come off with a knife. Just so you know that, too. So that one's good. I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Puddle it in the middle and pull it to the edges. The concentration. This one needs to come all the way down. So when you're doing UV to UV, it adheres perfectly. but if you're doing UV to epoxy, it's not a perfect adhesion. And if you're doing like keychains out of epoxy and top coating with UV resin, there's a very good chance they will separate. Especially if it's in somebody's pocket and it gets warm. That's when they will separate. And then people will be like, why did my keychain fall apart? Well, that's why. So if you're doing UV to UV, you shouldn't have an issue. There's a bubble right there. These are a little more difficult. See, it did go over the edge right here because of all those little spots. So I'm going to go ahead and cure it, and then we're going to trim it with my knife.
Marla gave you $5.
Thank you, Marla. You guys are so sweet. I'm going
How
to...
do we order the items you make? All I see on eBay are the molds, glitter, and such.
The items that I make... So this is the deal with my eBay store and my demos. I have over 2,000 people that follow my eBay store, okay? I am currently 2 weeks ahead of real life. So when I make these items, I can't keep them at my house. They immediately go on my eBay store that night or the next day after making them, which is 2 weeks before you see it on a video. So the only good chance that you have of getting a demo is to follow the eBay store and watch for the new items that are listed and check what they are. Because generally, almost 100%, I'd say 95% of the time, the video you're watching, the item was already sold 2 weeks ago.
Can't you just scratch up the surface of the epoxy and the UV will adhere to it? Like sandpaper?
You could try it. I don't know how well it will. All I know is when they get warm, they can peel. Sorry, I needed a drink. Okay, so those two are cooking. Let's do 2 of those things, and then we'll do the giveaway because I know I'm over 2 hours. Thank God we're not on Amazon, or they would have kicked me off by now. Let's see. We'll do these. We'll do these 2. This little snowman.
Laura
and that little guy
wants to know if keeping Don quiet is possible.
Well, he's helping me out by asking questions, so I'm not sure what you mean by that. These 2 are done. Then you just peel this off.
Have the last 2 ticket winners been posted yet?
Yep. One of them I know for sure claimed. I'm waiting for the second one to claim. They were posted today. So this, I'm just going to pull it right off of the metal carefully. So don't freak out if you go over. It happens. But on metal, it works out okay because it comes right off. There's just a little tiny... Oh no, is that the metal piece right there? I think that's metal right there. So you could use a knife or you can use that. But there we go. It's saved. Go in here, get that little piece out with the little knife. So I'm glad that happened so I could show you how to fix it. Anytime you have these like scallops, it's really, really hard to top coat without that happening. Especially a 90-degree angle is even worse.
Man.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love those colors.
Unique treasures. Do you like working on projects with Mr. Glitz, or do you like your sanity better? That's not very nice.
I like working on projects with Mr. Glitz. This is... Ooh, the back is even beautiful. The back is like perfect. The back can be the front if you don't want the top, or you could top coat both pieces. Look at that. That one's for you, Rose. I hope you like it. There's the purples. Of course, not the pearlescent.
Barbara said, oh.
So I'm thinking, let's do the black that comes in the black one for the little, what do you call him? Gingerbread man. We'll do 2 more and that's it. And then we'll give these away. So if you can hang in there, you're going to want to win. And let me think, what color should we do for, what did I do with the cap? Here it is. What color should we do for that little guy? Oops, that's not it. Should we do red again for Christmas? Let's do, where's the red? Pink? No. Where's the red? Where's the red? We could always make a red. You know what we could do? This is what we're going to do. I'm going to do a glitter. I'm going to show you how to do glitter. Let me grab it. Whoops, hang on. Let me grab a glitter. So I'm going to use this red fine glitter. And I'm just going to use the rest that I already have made up since I didn't use it for anything. And glitter always cures in UV resin without any problems for me. I've never had a problem. So just scoop yourself some glitter in there. Get yourself a little silicone tool. Where is it? My board is getting so full here. Mix it in really good.
Sherry just sent one Glitz and Glitter membership.
Sherry paid for a membership?
Sent one Glitz and, yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. That was so sweet of you. I'm just filling that up with the glitter. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, last two. I promise. I promise. I can go on forever. I still had more to do, but I ain't. I'll do it next time. So make sure you come back to the next one. I just want to get that piece of glitter out of the black. Beautiful. I don't even think I need to lighter it, but I'm going to anyway, just in case. So about 4 or 5 more minutes and these will be done. Let's just get those cured. If you want to clean your cup, you pop it in your light, just like that. Get it nice and cured. I'm going to start putting some of these things away. And then we will do the giveaway. So we have 1 set of the silver to give away and 3 sets of the kits to give away with the gold. So that's exciting. I don't think I'm going to use crushed crystal to top those. I want to be able to see those little fellas. Let's put some of this away. If you guys have suggestions, like I said, I just want to reiterate, if you have suggestions for Let's Resin, certain colors you want to see in certain products, they want to know that. They love getting feedback from you. And let me see, where's my stick? I just want it nice and solid. Solid enough, it doesn't have to be fully cured. We can make a keychain out of that one. This one, I know Rose is wanting ornaments right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this ornament for you on here, Rose. If it goes through, please go through. Please, please, please. Barely fits, but I got it through.
Karen Mackey, welcome to Ultimate. What's that mean?
Karen Mackey, you upgraded to her membership. Thank you so much, Karen.
And Minsky, M-I-N-X-E-Y.
Minsky.
Sent 5 Glitz and Glitter by Michelle gift memberships.
Oh, wow. You guys are so amazing tonight. You're all in the Christmas mood. You guys are so amazing.
Someone on here wasn't in a Christmas mood.
All right. I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to go ahead and place our, what do you call them? Charms. Place your charm. Now, this one is crooked. Just make sure you're going to get it in straight. I'll put them in there first. And just move it where you want it. Oops. Where's my stick here? These are metal, so they are thicker than normal. So you may have to do more than 1 top coat. Oh, he's going to be so cute. Just get it where you want it. And you can still move it around. Just don't cure it till you're 100% happy. I recommend the high viscosity. Just go over that. And we're just going to secure them in there forever. If you don't feel comfortable doing both at once, we could do one at a time. Because I did put quite a lot in here. I just want to get it right to the edge, which it is harder to see with black.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I see a bubble on him. You don't have to fully cure it, but we can just set it. set it long enough to where you're comfortable, and then you can move on to the other one.
Michelle D wants to know what a membership means.
Okay, so being a member of my channel, one, supports my channel financially to purchase items that I use on my videos every day. However, my channel members get bonuses, perks, we call them. I'm going to set this one. And the perks on my channel, everybody's channel is different. I don't even know if every channel gives perks, but on my channel, like I told you earlier, if you've been here the whole time, I'm quite far ahead of you guys. Right now, I'm almost 2 weeks ahead of you. So I have 14 days of projects I've already finished, and you haven't seen them yet. My members get to see the finished product. So all the like glamour shots that go at the end of my videos, those go out to the members 2 weeks before you actually see the video. So you always know what's coming up. The other thing my members get is sometimes I offer mystery boxes, and I can only make 50 at a time. I can't make any more than that. So my members get first chance at purchasing the box, and then whatever is left, which there's usually never anything left anymore, and I haven't been able to, once I get this Christmas party over, guys, we're going back to the mystery boxes. I just can't do both. It's impossible. But my mystery boxes go to members first, so they usually scoop them up very quickly. So there are perks to being a member of the channel. The cheapest is $1.99. I think there's a $3.99 and a $5.99. I don't remember the two. Everybody gets the same thing. The only difference in the cost is you're supporting the channel a little bit more, but you're still getting the same perks that everybody else is getting.
If you're new to epoxy resin, what would you have in your starter kit?
They actually make starter kits for epoxy resin. You can get one here. I don't know exactly what's in there, but it's everything you're going to need to make something. You're going to get the mold, you're going to get colorings, you're going to get your gloves, your epoxy. So I would say get yourself a good starter kit, and it should have everything you need in there to see if you even like doing it before you buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Kathy Massel gave a membership too.
Oh, thank you, Kathy. You are so amazing. Kathy has given 2 tickets away to the Christmas party as well, and now she's actually coming. So, Kathy, you are so amazing to our channel. She has a channel as well. Let me cure that, and this one will be done, you guys. We did it. We made it through without getting kicked off.
What are the molds that look like they already have gems all over them called?
They're called crystal molds. Everybody calls them something different. I mean, most of us call it crystal whatever, crystal heart mold, crystal cross mold, crystal butterfly mold, crystal whatever it is mold. So just look for the word crystal, and you will know what you're talking about. What time is it?
8:15.
Okay, we're not doing too bad. Let's go ahead. I'm going to save these for another day. I only had 2 left to do, so I don't think you're going to miss out on anything. I'm going to put these with the kit for next time. And, oh goodness, all my UVs got mixed up. I don't know what goes to where. And then I am going to make these ones. Let's see. We'll make these into pendants. Let me go grab 2 pinch bales. 2 pretty pinch bales. I need a silver and a gold. And we'll make them into little pendants. What do you think? Here's a silver and a gold. Now, you guys, they also have these. I forgot. I just came across them today. If you guys do these for gifts and you don't know what to make somebody, this isn't the full set, but they have these bezels too for UV resin if you want, or epoxy, and they're bookmarks in metal, so they're not going to bend. Half of them have flowers in them, just like that, and half of them come empty, so you can do whatever you want. So check those out too.
Marla Charvia says that. Say, I watch you on both Amazon and this channel. I like it here better because the screen's bigger and you can see more. Hope you do it more on here.
Thank you, Marla. I plan on doing it at least once a month. Actually, I will be having another live. We'll talk about that later. Not on this one, but there's another one coming up on the 23rd. So these are finished. Let's get them off. You can always back coat the back if you want to. I don't think it's necessary, but a lot of people do the backs. That's just personal preference. The tape will come off. Whoops! I just dropped it. Let me grab it.
Laura Dent gave you $5.
Thank you, Laura. My gosh, you guys are amazing.
With Lindsay, welcome to the Ultimate.
Whoops.
Sherry.
Thank you, guys.
$4.99.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. I'm just going to offset this just a little bit. That way when I pinch it together, it will close a little bit more.
Minsky.
Minsky?
Member for 12 months, went to Ultimate.
Oh, thank you.
It's been a year already. I love you guys.
You've been a member for 12 months. That's amazing. Thank you. There's that one. Isn't that cute? It's so adorbs. And then this one, this one is the gold. I picked a pretty one because it's Christmas. I'm just going to offset it again.
Do the metal bookmarks come in silver?
They don't. I wish they did. That's a good thing we can ask for. Silver bookmarks.
Kathy says those are adorbs.
Adorbs. I'm going to get everybody saying that word pretty soon. Okay. While I put this together as a keychain, we are going to go ahead and get started on the giveaway. Okay? Let me know when Barbara's ready. Let me grab my keychain stuff. Silver. Where's my silver kit? Everything is everywhere. Here it is. Oops, that's not it. What did I do with my silver kit? Oh, it's right there. Got stuff. You guys, I'm glad all you can see is this because you don't want to see all of this. You don't. Trust me on this, you don't. So I'm hoping my husband put back my pliers that he was borrowing the other day because I need them right now. We're going to use the jump rings. I think they only gave that one set. Okay, jump rings and a keychain. And you can put some charms on there. Is Barbara ready? Because I'm ready for the other. I don't want to keep them over 2 hours. Hello? Anybody listening to me?
Are you ready?
I'm waiting for you to say you're ready.
Oh. Yeah, go.
Okay, guys, so this next one is going to be for the one silver set. So this is the set. There's only one to give away for this one. Okay, Barbara, go ahead and type go. And I'll count as soon as I see that go.
We already said go and we already counted 15.
Oh, you already put stop. Go and stop? I didn't know that. You didn't. That's not fair, but what am I going to do? You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I see your go. All right, hon, what are numbers?
Oh, one number. There's only one number for this one. This is for the silver set. So if you win it, let me know it's the silver bezel set. The number who won is number 13.
13.
And my pliers are not back in my room, mister. Let me find another pair. Oh, never mind. I found them.
Yeah, I see the winner. It's Lynn Cyber.
All you do is take that jump ring. It's twisted sideways.
You see it? And
you're going to twist it back.
Yeah.
Just like that. Straighten it out. And then we can get some little,
yep.
We'll get a little.
All right, we got a winner.
Okay, the winner for the silver is who?
Lynn Cyber.
Spell the last name.
S-E-I-B-E-R.
Lynn Cyber. S-E-I-B-E-R. You're the winner. Yay! Congratulations! You can email one of these two. Take a snapshot if you can. And name, address, and the silver bezel kit is what you won. So we have 3 gold kits to give away. But let me know. I need to know when you're doing that this time. So that, okay, I'm going to go with a pink one, and I have some charms here in flowers. Don't do it without telling me. That way I can announce it. We'll do that one. Just a couple little things to put on there.
Are you doing another?
Yes, I'm waiting for you to tell me I can say the GO word.
Are you ready, Barbara? All right, go ahead, hon.
Okay, everybody, go. 1,
Nisi
2.
$9.99.
Thank you, Nisi. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Type stop.
Stop.
I'm just cutting off the second ring. That's all I'm doing.
Type stop.
She typed it?
She typed it.
Okay. 3 winners for the gold UV resin kit, which is a little bit larger than obviously the gold kit. 3 numbers are, the first one is number 10.
Number 10.
Hang on, I'm not ready for the names yet. We're going to announce the names at one time. Number 5.
Number 5.
And one more winner for the gold UV resin kit, number 1.
Number 1. So 10, 5, and 1.
So give Barbara a couple minutes to get the names together. I will get my email back up on the screen. I'm going to put these on real quick, and then I will turn the camera around so I could say thank you properly for coming in. You guys, it means the world to me. The absolute world to me that you are spending your evening, a Saturday night of all days, to hang out with me. This is just for the little flower. I'm just going to flip that little there. And one more. Hun. Oh, here it is. The little tiny tassel. There we go. You could put as many or as little as you want, if any. I typically only do a couple things just because of time purposes, but I've seen some gorgeous keychains with all kinds of things on there. So it could be a bag tag for a backpack, for a purse, for whatever you want it. So there is the pearlescent. So I hope you guys liked everything. I had so much fun. I hope you did too. Join us the next time. Watch, if you have not subscribed to my channel, watch the channel because I do give updates all the time about the next live. The next one is not sponsored by Let's Resin, but most of them are. And they always are giving away gifts to you guys. So I'm just going to put these things away. I'm going to get my gloves off. My hands are sweating. It's a long time. And I got to figure out how to flip the screen. Let me try to flip the screen. Say hello for just a minute. And let me see, which one was it? There you guys are. Hello. Lady B. Dolores, you'll have to go back and watch how we did the giveaways. We just did 3 of them today. Hi, everyone. Hey, Rose, Ina, Michelle, Kathy, Blue, Hippie, Lisa, Tina. Hello, Faye. Hi, Dawn. Hello. Hi, Rita. Let me read some of these. This has been a fun, thank you.
All right.
Winners. The winners, I'll have to tell you my email because it'll be backwards now.
Number 10 is Kanterezhi. Kantazari.
Kanterezhi. Number 10, you're one of the winners. Sonia Gallimore, you're one of the winners. And Michelle D, you're one of the winners. So make sure you email me or Let's Resin. So it's either help@letsresin.com or glitznglittermichelle@gmail.com. Your name, your address, and the prize you won, which is the UV resin kit in gold. So congratulations all you guys. I'm so glad you came in. We kept most of the audience for most of the time. You guys are so amazing for hanging out with us tonight. Oh, I see you go back. Hi. Thank you for wonderful. I'm trying to read, guys. So any feedback you have obviously would get to them easier if you emailed them. You can, of course, hopefully they'll read the chat. I will ask her if she read the chat, but they do want feedback from you. Again, the best feedback is if you are going to make a purchase, use the code that we had tonight, probably beginning at midnight for the next 3 days. That's the biggest feedback that you liked the live on Amazon, or on, not Amazon, on YouTube, and that you're actually watching. And maybe they'll give more prizes away, or we could do it more often on my channel instead, because I know we had so many more viewers. If you have any kind of anything that you want to see them make, like I want them to make food safe resin, anything like that, any certain colors and glitters. I also want them to make a holographic blue chrome powder. I don't think they have that. So ideas like that, they want to hear your input, and they wanted me to make sure to remind you to do that. What time is it?
8:28.
8:30, you guys. I'm going to pop off of here. Thanks for joining me.
Rita says it was great to not get cut off.
I know. I'm so glad we didn't get cut off.
Patty says so much more fun on your channel.
Thank you. Have a great night. You too. I'm glad you all joined me. I will see you guys later. Have a blessed night, everyone. Bye.